Hello, wonderful beings. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, episode 164. My name is Anisha, and I have been a teacher here on Insight Timer for more than 3 years now. So, this is a little bit about me, and I would love to know about you, like which part of the world you're joining us from, or is this your first time here? So feel free to drop in the comments and share, where you are from, or have you been here before, or is this your first time? And until you do that, let me share with you what we do here in this space. So we begin these lives with a meditation, which is based upon the quote that you see on Insight Timer homepage. Hello, Meg. Meg says hi. Been here many times from the US. Okay, I didn't know that you're from US. Beautiful and welcome here again, Meg. It is so nice to see you. I myself am doing this after a break of 1 week because I was not well. So yeah, I missed you and I missed this space. I'm excited for today. So I was telling you what we do here. So we do a meditation based upon the quote. And then once we are feeling more centered, more calm, we move on to phase two of this live, where we basically spin a wheel of wisdom, which contains the name of 51 transformational books that I've came across in my own journey. So we spin the wheel, and the wheel chooses a book for us to receive that message that we need to hear most right now. So we have a book, then we play a game where I ask you guys to pick a number and we do a reading based on that. So this is kind of an overview of this live, and I will share more details when we get to each part. But for right now, I would love to know that are you guys ready for a meditation? So if you are, you can type ready in the comments and we can begin. Meg says, I'm so happy that you're back and happy you're feeling better. Oh, Meg, I am so happy too. And thank you for all the lovely wishes that I received, when I was not well. It really means a lot to receive that kind of love and also some tips. Okay. Okay, Meg is ready. Wonderful. Let me also drop in a message in the comments for anyone who will join us during the meditation so they know what is going on here. Give me a second. Okay, the message has been dropped. Hello, Rich. Rich says, hi, Anisha. Just dropping in while working. Hope you're feeling better. Yes, I am, Rich. Thank you. And yeah, I love that you join us, You woke while listening to us, while hanging out with all of us. That is so nice. Um, oh, okay, you tried that Dear Belly meditation. I'm glad that you liked it. That is so sweet. Wendy says, good morning, lovelies. Ready from South Texas. Welcome, Wendy. And I'm glad that you're ready for, meditating with all of us. So give me a second to drink a sip of water and then we will start with today's meditation. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Silverback. Good morning. Okay, so let's start. Begin by coming into a comfortable position You can choose to sit, stand, or lie down, whatever your body needs in this moment, and just get a little bit comfortable in that position, knowing that you can always adjust your posture even during the meditation. So, as you begin to settle in this relaxing posture, allow your eyes to either close or you can simply lower your gaze. This helps us limit any visual distractions and turn our attention inward, becoming aware of the support beneath you. Noticing the points where your body is in contact with the ground beneath you. Let go of the weight of your body and allow your body to sink deeper and deeper into the surface beneath you. And as your body sink deeper, notice that your mind is also drifting deeper and deeper into a peaceful state. Today's meditation is going to be based upon a quote by Joanne Borisenko. Joanne Borisenko says, every day brings a choice. Practice stress or practice peace. Every day brings a choice. Practice stress or practice peace. mind's eye, imagine a simple dial in front of you. This dial represents your inner state. On one side of this dial is stress, like tightness in your body, racing thoughts in your mind, and this sense of forced effort. And on the other side of this dial is peace, which have this feeling of ease, of spaciousness, of calm, of lightness. So visualize this dial clearly in front of you with the two extremes, one side stress and the other side peace. And now, without any judgment, notice where the dial is set right now. Notice your inner state. There is no right or wrong here. Simply take a moment to feel what this setting is like in your body. Noticing your body from head to toe to get a clear sense of your inner state, of the dial position between the two extremes. Where are you right now? Where is that dial right now for you? So noticing your forehead, your jaw, your neck, shoulders, your arms, your chest, your belly, your whole back, and your legs all the way to your toes. And notice, is this dial representing your inner state? Is it more inclined towards the stress extreme, or is it more inclined towards the peace side? Wherever it is completely fine. And now I invite you to gently reach out and place your hand on the dial in front of you. And as you breathe in, begin to slowly turn the dial towards peace. Not all the way, just a tiny shift. And as you turn that dial slightly towards peace, feel that shift within your body. Breathe in, softening the muscles in your body, and breathe out, letting go of any unnecessary tension. Breathe in, making space for more peace, and breathing out, releasing the stress from your body. Continue to breathe in this manner, breathing in peace and breathing out stress. Noticing how your shoulders drop slightly. Notice how your jaw might be unclenched, or perhaps your breath is getting deep and slow without any effort. If you feel like turning the dial even more closer to peace, you can do so. And if you don't want to, and you feel comfortable where you are right now, then just leave the dial as it is. And simply let this experience settle into your body, allowing your system to memorize this feeling so it becomes easier to return to this feeling again and again. Know that the stress may arise in your life, and that's okay because every moment brings a choice. You don't need to eliminate stress completely. You only need to remember this dial and simply repeat to yourself that in this moment I choose peace. In this moment I choose peace. So before we move on, into the rest of our day, take a moment to see yourself moving through your day, having conversations, doing all these different tasks, and facing any stress or challenges. And as you do them, you take a pause and you return back to this dial and turn it slightly towards peace, knowing that every day brings a choice, every moment brings a choice, and peace is a practice. It is a practice that you can return to again and again. So, with that knowing, it's time to end this meditation. So, allow yourself to take one final deep breath in, making space for peace. And with the out breath, releasing any lingering stress from your body. You did great. And now allow yourself to return back to this moment by bringing awareness to the sounds around you. As you become aware of the sounds in your room or your surroundings, feel the air against your skin, beginning to wake up your body, wiggling your toes and your fingers, and finally, in your own time, when you feel ready, gently open your eyes. Connecting back with your surroundings. Welcome back. Okay. If you guys feel called to share your experience in the comments, you can do that. And if you don't feel like typing yet, that's perfectly alright too. So, I see some beautiful, lovely comments and amazing people here as well. I see that some new people have joined us while we were meditating. So, a warm welcome to you all to Wheel of Wisdom, a space where you receive the message that you need to hear most right now. And in case you guys missed the meditation, I will share towards the end of this live where you can find the meditations. But for now, let me go through the comments and then we will move on to the next part of this live where we will spin the wheel and receive the message from the universe. Okay, let's see. Hello, Katie. Welcome. Welcome back here again. Mary says, "Good morning, Anisha and beautiful people." Good morning, beautiful Mary. So happy to have you here again. I missed you guys. I missed all of you. Okay, Kathleen says, "Wow." Really, all I can say is wow. Super effective at reducing stress and increasing peace. Thank you. I am so happy, Kathleen, that you had a beautiful experience today. Thank you for sharing that. CJ says, good day, CJ, welcome." Mary says, "Calm and peace." Lovely, I'm glad that you're feeling that, Mary. And CJ says, "Nice visual meditation." Thank you, CJ. Yeah, we have usually been doing affirmations up until now, but I was feeling like let's do some, visualizations, meditations now. So maybe I was thinking let's do more visualization meditations based upon the quotes for the next few lives. But let me know if you guys want to do affirmations only or you want a mix of both in the comments, and I will, take your suggestions into consideration. Um, Mary says it's early morning, and I said it. And I said it's Anisha time. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for spending your morning time with me. I know it is like so precious, and it just makes me so happy that you want to spend your mornings with me. Katie says grounding, focusing meditation. Thank you. I'm glad, Katie, that you're feeling that. And okay, Katie votes for mix. Okay, yeah, then if I'm feeling like doing an affirmation meditation, I will go with that. Or we will go with visualization based on whatever my intuition says. So we will mix them. Thank you for your vote, KD. It's really helpful. Cassandra says morning. Good morning, Cassandra. Welcome back. Okay, guys. So now it's time for phase two of this live. So, let me show you guys the wheel of wisdom. Okay. So, my lovely people, this is our wheel of wisdom. And this wheel contains the name of 51 transformational books that I have came across in my own journey of healing and personal growth. And what we're going to do now is we're going to set either We are going to either bring to our mind something specific that we need guidance on. It can be a specific issue, a specific desire, a specific situation. Or if we have nothing in specific, then simply holding in your awareness a beautiful wish that may everyone, including you, receives the message that they need to hear, a message that is for our highest good. Oh, Caitlin finally made it. Caitlin says, hi, boohoo. I get to grab some wisdom, was able to make some time to hang. Means a lot, Caitlin. I missed all of you so, so, so much. So, yeah, thank you for joining me. um, yeah, so bring to your mind either something specific or hold a wish for all of us, including yourself. And let's spin, holding that in your awareness. Let's spin. Uh-huh. I think this is the first time this book came up, maybe, or second. And the name of the book is Kindfulness. My favorite. Like a mix of heart and mindfulness. And this book, Kindfulness, has been written by Ajahan Brahman. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Kathleen says, I missed you too. I'm so glad to be here. So am I. So am I. Okay, so let's open this book and see what wants to come through. And we will also play a game. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Let's see. Mhm, 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 mhm. So this is like the cover of this. Give me a second to choose some numbers. Okay. Caitlin says, ooh, wow, interesting. My intentions, yes, too, but they go together are may all beings know peace, and may I seek to give comfort rather than receive. Mhm. That is a pretty like generous wish. And maybe for the second one, including both including an intention to be able to both receive and give comfort because, only if it suits uh your situation. Because I remember the saying that, compassion that do not include yourself is incomplete. So maybe, setting that intention for both. Um, and as for this book, the numbers between which I would like you guys to choose are 20 to 82. So share a number that you are feeling called to amongst these two numbers and take your time to share them because there is no rush. I will pick a number randomly based on my intuition. Okay. Thank you, Meg. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Steph. We got a powerful start with the double numbers. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Kathleen. Anyone else who would like to share a number? Okay, then let's go with the numbers that are here. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. And it seems like you chose the number that was chosen by Patty. So let's go with 44 then, since this number has been chosen twice. Thank you, Silver. Okay, so we are going with 44 that has been chosen by both Patty and Stephanie. Let's see what is on this page. Hmm, interesting. Okay, so the heading is Beyond In and Out, like breathing in and out. So, when we are passively observing the beautiful breath in the moment, the perception of in, like in breath, or out breath, or the beginning, middle, and the end of our breath should be allowed to disappear. All that remains will be the experience of the beautiful breath happening now. The mind is not concerned with what part of the cycle of its cycle the breath is in, or where in the body it occurs. Here we are simplifying the object of meditation. We are experiencing breath in the moment, stripped of all the unnecessary details. We are moving beyond the duality of in and out and are just aware of a beautiful breath that appears smooth and continuous. Do absolutely nothing and see how smooth, beautiful, and timeless the breath can be. See how calm you can allow the breath to be. Take time to savor the sweetness of the beautiful breath, even calmer, even sweeter. So, I guess it would be a pretty interesting practice to simply be with our breath, to follow it as it is without having to break it down into details, without having to analyze it, without having to, put any label like this is the beginning, this is the end, this is the middle, this is the end, or this is the in breath, this is the out breath, and simply being with it as it is and experiencing it unfold as it is. And I love how the author refers to it as timeless because when we are not, you know, when we are not counting our breath, when we are not, noticing the in breath and out breath and simply being with that experience of breathing, we lose this track of time. We lose that how long we have been sitting, how many breaths that we have counted. And similarly, with life, instead of breaking it into all of these parts and trying to make sense of it all, letting our life flow and meeting life as it is in this moment, and neither trying to grasp onto it, neither trying to avoid it, So I usually relate to this with our breath, So like your in breath kind of feels like you are holding more, you are trying to grasp more, especially like when there is something when something smells really good, right? We take a deep in breath and it's like we want to just soak it in, we want to just hold a little more and a little longer of that beauty and pleasantness. And when, there is this unpleasantness, there is not a good smell, we either stop breathing, or with the breath, with the out breath, there is this feeling of just let go and like force things out. So again, we did that practice, but with the out breath, even though we were releasing the stress, it was more like we were allowing whatever our body do not want to hold any longer to, like, melt away, but we were not forcing anything out. So yeah, so this thing also popped into my head when we were talking about the breath, that instead of trying to hold or push away our life, experiencing it as it is, experiencing it unfold as it is, and being with it. So yeah, that's what came up for me from this reading. And let me know if it resonated with you, especially with you, Stephanie and Patty. And anyone else also, if something is coming up for you, you guys can, share it regarding the reading, regarding what I said, feel free to share that, because this is the space where you receive that message, and it can come from the book, from me, from you guys as well. So yeah, Stephanie says the beauty of the breath. It is with us always. Exactly. And it has been with us since the moment we were born. And it is going to be with us until the moment we leave this planet. Ah, such a beautiful companion we have, right? So maybe choosing to spend a little time with it today. Okay. Patrick says, hi, Anisha and friends. I apologize for my lateness. That perfectly all right, Patrick. I believe that you're on the right time, and you will receive what you're meant to hear, what you need to hear today. So, yeah, welcome. Patty says, absolutely perfect reading. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Patty, that it resonated. Thank you for letting me know that. Jennifer says, good now, Anisha. Good now, Jennifer, and welcome. It's nice to see you here again. Okay. So now it's time for our second reading for today. So again, for those of you who have just joined us, I invite you to to, bring to your mind anything specific that you need guidance on, or just hold this beautiful wish for yourself and everyone to receive the message that is for their highest good. And with that in your mind, with that in your awareness, let us spin. Okay. So I think this is the second time this book came up, definitely. So the name of the book is Fear, Essential Wisdom for Getting Through the Storm by Thich Nhat Hanh. So that is one thing we can all relate to. We all feel fear. And let's see what this beautiful book wants to offer us. Give me a second to open it. So this is our book. And let's see. Oh, Jennifer loves the purple wheel, and so do I. Purple is my favorite color. Thanks, Jennifer. Okay, so give me a second to choose some numbers, and then we will play a game. Hmm. Okay, so my lovely, beautiful people, I invite you to choose a number between 29 to 100. So take your time to pick a number because I will choose a number randomly, okay, based on my intuition. Okay, so as Peter is asking, let me show the cover again. Hmm. Okay. Um, Jennifer got super excited. Okay, yeah, you can choose again, Jennifer. Thank you, Peter, Steph, Nicole, Cassandra, Mary. Okay, interesting. Let me really check what is on page number 113. Is it a message or um no, it's kind of like um it's actually credits for the person who designed the cover. So I guess as Patrick asked, I don't know, for some reason you guys needed to see that cover again. Let me show it again once more because on page number 113, which was chosen twice, the credits for this cover page was there. So maybe, let it in and see what is coming up for you from this image. Actually, what is coming up for me is like the darkness and the joy, the fear and the love coexisting at the same time in the same page, in our same life, and maybe in the same situation, in the same moment. Like there are things that might be going wrong, but there might also be things that are going right. So maybe acknowledging them as well. Or there are things that are not going according to your plan, but there might also be unexpected blessings that you might haven't, paid attention to. Things like that, like the opposites coexisting. That is what is coming up for me from this cover. Hmm. That's perfectly all right, Patrick. Yeah, maybe we needed to, you know, see that cover for some reason because I mentioned page 100 and still both of you chose a number outside of it. So, yeah, your intuition was like spot on something. Maybe someone needed to hear that message. Oh, yeah, Kathleen. Yeah, like that quote today, a choice to choose like stress or peace. Love that, how you made the connection. And Cassandra says, what's on the other side of fear? So, I guess, let me ask you what is coming up for you. For me, always the opposite, like I have heard, I think, is like fear and love, like darkness and light, fear and love. That is what came up, what, comes up usually. But for me personally, I feel like the opposite is more like, trust for some reason for me is that. Uh, Kathleen says, I am seeing the power in igniting in the yellow, the solar plexus color, the will to get through or just be with the great times. Oh, that is so beautiful, Caitlin. I always, when both of you guys, Kathleen and Caitlin's name come up together, my tongues get twisted a little bit. But I love both of you so dearly. Okay, yeah, and that is a beautiful, beautiful interpretation. Exactly. Yeah, fear is so, associated, courage is so associated with solar plexus. Love that. Um, and Kathleen says for her, the opposite is love. Okay, so now Yeah, let me go through the numbers and see which number am I feeling called to. So yeah, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Wendy. Oh, Jennifer says for me, the other side of fear is aliveness. Yeah, yeah. When I read your comment, it felt like, like more of this expansion. Fear is like shrinking. And then the opposite feels like this expansion of more of you, who you are, realizing that. Patrick says, yes, that is what I was thinking as well, is that fear versus love. Exactly. Yeah, that is what I have heard a lot. The opposite of fear being love. But for me, it is more like trust. Again, personal, that's what I ask, for you, what is the opposite, Cassandra? We got a lot of answers here. So asking yourself that question. Okay, so now let's go through these numbers that popped up and see which number am I feeling most called to. Interesting. I am feeling called to your number, Cassandra, which is 75. Okay, then let's see what is on page number 75. The message that wants to arrive here for all of us. So, the heading for this is Communication Keeps Us Safe. Communication keeps us safe. So, the author says communication, sorry, yeah, you can't feel safe if you are not in good communication with the people you live with or see regularly. You can't feel safe if those around you don't look at you with friendliness and compassion. In the way you speak, sit, and walk, you can show the other person that she is safe in your presence because you are coming to her in peace. In this way, you generate confidence. Your peace and compassion help the other person feel safe. This allows her to relate to you with compassion and understanding, and you too will feel safer. Safety is not an individual matter. Helping the other person feel safe is the best guarantee for your safety. So, it is like, resonating both at an individual level and at like a large community level. Like at an individual level, we know now from research that our nervous systems are always in communication with each other's nervous system. They are always sensing the environment to see that is it safe, is it dangerous, or is it life threatening? It is always on the lookout to sense is it safe or not safe. And we do so when we are in interaction with other people, is when a person is feeling, when other person is dysregulated, our nervous system can sense us even if they put something else on the front. Our nervous system can have that feel and that sense. And if their system is not settled, you know, it kind of influences ours and the vice versa. So if we are regulating ourselves, then it is also going to impact other people who are surrounded by us, who are interacting with us. So when we do the work, when we are, being there for ourselves, it actually impacts other people, like in this logical scientific sense. And in spiritual communities, we have always heard that, kind of like when we raise our consciousness, when we do the work, it kind of uplifts you know the whole species, the whole planet. And now in terms of science, we can see that. So know that, for example, if your loved one is suffering and you don't know what to say to them, you don't know what to do, then the best thing is that you be that peaceful and that safe, presence in their surroundings that can, you know, hold them in a way. That is a beautiful gift. Your presence is a beautiful gift. And your, regulated presence is an even more beautiful gift that you can give to another person. And, and even in like therapy, the most effective thing that actually leads to healing in a therapeutic setup also is also the relationship between the client and the therapist. That is more effective than any tool and any technique, that have been so far discovered or used. That is actually that actually is determined that actually determines a significant percentage of effectiveness of a particular, you know um mixing the words. But yeah, like that is a significant determinant factor in that as well. And in terms of like a larger thing as well also, when we think about, for example, like large communities fighting or countries fighting, it's more like we feel, we build and we fund all of this, weapons and everything. And because we think that, because it is like a way these are all these strategies to feel safe. We think that if we build this protective shell around us, then, or if we do the first attack, then we are less likely to be overpowered by anything else and we would be safe. So these are all these, um these are all these, harmful strategies that people use to meet a need for safety. So we need to work upon the strategies, but the need to feel safe is the same. Even in the two opposite parties, the need is the same for safety, but the strategies might be different. And that often leads to conflict because the strategies, the ways to meet those needs clash. But the needs were very human. So yeah, that is what came up for me. Okay, so let me go through the lovely comments that poured in. And let me know if this reading resonated with you, Cassandra, or anyone else, Feel free to share anything that came up for you. Okay, you have already commented, Cassandra. Sorry, I missed that. Okay, let me go through from the start. Patrick says the expansion is a very good way of looking at it, and trust is a version of expansion, like a rope bridge high over a ravine. Oh, that is so beautiful. Thank you, Patrick, for piecing it all together. Patrick says to feel safe is to trust. Yeah, yeah. That we won't be harmed, that we would be okay. Like trusting the other person, trusting our surroundings, trusting life. Cassandra says, wow, exactly what I'm going through. Oh, I am so glad that it resonated with you, Cassandra and Patrick. And I hope that you guys, carry a reminder from this reading that, like an affirmation, a mantra, something that you can repeat to yourself as you face this again, in your life, whenever that stressor comes up for you. Patrick says, when I first started therapy a couple of decades ago, I didn't trust my therapist, so I didn't open up. And now that I'm older, I live my life completely open. Ah, that is so beautiful, like the like how you're living your life right now, it felt like for some reason that imagery came to my mind that there is like an open door in front of your heart and like things can pass through and come and pass through and you are not holding any burdens or holding on to anything. And yeah, and for the first part, I understand it is sometimes difficult to share our innermost thoughts and with a person, and we don't know how they might react, even though we know that therapy is supposed to be a safe space, but still every therapist is different, and we feel this like th- this fear sometimes, and a lot of different other reasons that comes up because of which people don't open up. So I am happy that you are more open now. um okay, Kathleen says yes, the idea of co-regulation really resonates, and the importance of getting yourself regulated first. This space provides a source of co-regulation for me. Thank you. And that is so precious. Yeah, I feel grateful and honored to be a part of this space, because yes, it is that kind of a source for me as well. It provides me the energy that I need as well as the relaxation that I need, based on different timings and different kind of sessions and different souls here. So yeah, thank you, Kathleen. It means a lot that you feel, you know, regulated in this space. Wow. Okay. Patsy says, really enjoying this session. Thank you. Highlights for me was how I can be of service simply by providing a safe space for others to just be themselves. What's awesome about this is that we can then be of service in almost any setting. Exactly, we can be, Um, there is this book that a lot of early career therapists read, especially, there is this imposter syndrome that happens, especially in this profession. And I think that book is by Yalom, the person named Yalom. And in that there is this mention of like uh, a light post and how a person goes there to that light post and simply, talk to it. And that in itself is enough. Sometimes that we just, vent it out and that person feels lighter after talking to it, and or sometimes like how we might have to, wrote things down in our diary, like dear diary, or talk to a stuffed toy, about our day, and it feels nice, it feels regulating. So just their presence, even if that toy, that diary, they did nothing from their end, they just existed. And that is enough sometimes. So, and I'm not sure like if I mentioned that correctly, like the reference, but it's about that your presence is so much more that to to a person, to so many people in your life that you don't realize, and that your presence is enough. You don't need to do anything, say anything, just be with them or be yourself, you know. Because sometimes when you do things your way, it sometimes give permission to other people who are saying that they can do it or that it's okay and all of those different things. um Patrick says, I'm again in tears. Different emotions are just surfacing. There hasn't been one Anisha session where I haven't cried. All your emotions, are welcome here, Patrick. And you are so welcome here. And I'm not sure if you felt it, but I send this energy of like this feeling. My wish for you was to feel held in this moment as you uncover or as you let all these emotions rise within you, to feel that stability, to feel stable enough to let them rise within you, to experience them, to feel alive in this moment with them. And I know you shared that vulnerability is very difficult for me. And yet you have become completely open, as you mentioned. And that is so, that is such an amazing progress, Patrick. And you're sharing this with not just one person, with not just me, but all of us. And you are receiving all of this love before you even showed that it is difficult. You being you, you allowing all those emotions made all these made all these people feel different things. As Kathleen say, at Kathleen, Jennifer, Cassandra, and all of these people say share here. So see, you being you made other people feel something, made other people more connected with their heart, with love. See the love pouring in for you. uh, you're brave to share that with all of us. As Mary says, we are here for you and everyone. And if it's just getting difficult for you, you know, you can place a hand on your heart to let yourself know that you're here for yourself as well. Jennifer says to see someone shine is beautiful for us. To bask in your light, shine on. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That is so beautiful. Hmm. Yeah, because when other people do something or be something, it just open up a door for us, a possibility for us that we can be that because they are human just like us. I think I missed a comment before. Maybe, let me check. Yeah, Nakasha says, I was driving, so couldn't participate, but still love the messages and space like always. Thank you, Nakasha. Thank you for spending your time with me. That means a lot. Oh, Patrick, thank you so much for opening your heart and sharing this love with me and with anyone who would be impacted by this donation. I'm sending you a lot of love, those feelings of safety, and this feeling of spaciousness within you, a space large enough to hold any feeling that, comes up. Thank you. Okay, guys. um, I was going to move on to the third reading, but I'm feeling kind of like tired, still recovering. So I feel like I should respect my energy and I should like start wrapping this live for today. Patrick says, Anisha, your live events are my rope bridge. Uh, I know that all of us here are like standing on that other edge and they are cheering you on, Patrick, to trust yourself, to trust the rope, and to take a step. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for being here. And um, yeah, really, thank you. Thank you so much. I miss this. I miss this space so, so much. And I'm glad that I am finally feeling better and I'm looking forward to the next lives. I guess the next live is day after tomorrow. And I hope to see you guys there to spend more time with all of you. and and if you are new to the space, don't forget to follow me. I already have a lot of content here, like I don't know, 7 courses here and over 80 something tracks here. So you guys can check them out. And if you guys want to rewatch this particular live or do the meditation that we did, which was based upon Insight Timer Code for today, then you guys can find that here. I will read the comments in a second. You guys can go to my profile, go to the About section there, and when you scroll down at the bottom, you will see something like this. And here you will find this live as well as some of my other offerings. And I hope that you would find them useful for whatever is happening in your life right now. Um, okay, let me see. Jennifer says, did you see my comment on the books? I don't think so, Jennifer. I didn't see a comment. Maybe I missed it. Or if you mentioned something off the platform, then Inside Timer might have removed it. So yeah. Um okay, yeah, sure, sure. You can DM me. Um okay. And I also have a group here which is called Wonderful Beings. And I post a summary of this live, like the readings and the name of the books and everything in one place. So you can either search it or you can find it in my profile. Okay. So yeah, that's it for this live. Let me go through the comments. Kathleen says, thank you, Anisha and everyone. Thank you, Kathleen, for being here. CJ says, take care of yourself. Thank you all for sharing. You too. Take care, CJ. Robert says, feel better. We love you. I love you too, guys. Love you too. Okay, I read hers. Nakasha says, "We'll see you there. Much love and blessings. Looking forward to have you in the next live, Nakasha." Um, Patrick says, "Anisha's content is some of the greatest." Oh, I am so glad that you're enjoying my content, Patrick. I am planning to release more courses this year and more of my tracks on dealing with negative thoughts. So yeah, excited for that. um okay, let's see. Amelia says, "Hi Anisha, so glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Amelia, for joining us. Thank you for your, tip regarding that honey lemon ginger tea. Yeah, that is useful. I love that actually. So thank you. Kim says rest well, Anisha. Thank you, Kim. Jennifer says, "Anisha, Satnam to you and all. Kim, I love your hair." Ah, thank you, Jennifer, for being here. It was lovely having you here again. Kathleen says agreed about the content, I think. Thank you, Kathleen. Okay, so my lovely, amazing, beautiful souls. Thank you so, so much for your presence, for sharing in the comments. Thank you. Thank you so much, Patrick, for that donation. Thank you so much for your love, for your support, for your presence. All of it, means a lot to me, really. I bow down to the divine within you all. May you all be safe. May you all be healthy. May you all be happy. May you all be free from suffering. Thank you so much, Amelia. Thank you so, so much for your consistent support and belief in me. It means a lot, really. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For more tea. I can have a whole package now. Thank you, too. Uh, Thank you, Ursula, for being here. Bye, bye. Love you guys. Take care. Have a beautiful, amazing day. Bye. Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer, for this kind gift. I so appreciate it. And may this love multiplies and come back to you in unexpected, beautiful blessings, dear. Thank you. Oh, you too are a doll. Oh my God. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you so much for these donations. Thank you. It means a lot. I know that your donations are going towards making my life better and making the life of those people who will receive all the offerings that would be created out of them. Thank you so much, Kathleen, Cassandra. You guys are such kind and beautiful souls. Thank you. I appreciate you too, Catherine, and all of you, and your presence as well. Those who can't donate but who are here, who listen to my content every single, all of these things keeps me going. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that, Jennifer. Mm.